Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei. So someone asked what happens if you don't have any Chaos Demons in your party when you try to fuse Takeshi off with a demon, and it just goes to your next, your highest level neutral aligned demon and fuses him with them, and then it just goes to the highest level law demon, etc, etc. There's like a priority system. If you don't have any demons, the Heretic Mansion guy just kicks you out, but we're going to start off this episode with a little bit of a fusion marathon. So we're going to fuse together these two demons to get an Apsaris, who I am not actually going to use. I just want because they are a Yoma race demon. And now that we have Apsaris in our party, we're going to go out and we're going to go to, I guess, what you can call the entrance areas of Shinjuku, the little red corridors on either side that you can go into that lead to the overworld map. And these areas actually have a lot of different low-level demons that you kind of can recruit just for fusion fodder. So we're going to take that to our advantage to get a Fallen demon and a Knight demon. And we're going to use them for fusion. So yeah, it's not too hard to recruit demons here just because they are lower level and their requirements for negotiation and whatnot just are not all that challenging at this point. So yeah, I really like, I think that they did that on purpose. I think they have a bunch of demons here just to use as fusion fodder, which is really nice. So yeah, we're gonna convince Impure to join us. Alright then. So, now that we have what we need, we are going to fuse together both our Knight Demon and our Fallen Demon, Imp and Andros. Every time I think about that name, I think about Star Fox 64, even though it's not spelled the same, but man, that was a good game. Loved that game as a kid. So yeah, we're going to get another Yoma Demon out of this. And you can probably see where this is going. Alright, so now, last step here. Well, second to last step. I'm gonna take both of our Yomas, fuse them together just so we can get an Aquans. And that's our third elemental here. So, guess I should explain a little bit more about elemental fusion. So, there are 8 elemental demons in the game, and I guess you can divide them up into low-tier elementals and high-tier elementals. The ones we have are all low-tier elementals, and what's special about them is if you do a triple fusion of low-tier elemental demons, you will get a high-tier elemental demon of the missing element that you did not fuse together. So right now we're missing Flamus, who is the low-tier fire elemental, which means that we are going to fuse all 3 of them together to get a Salamander, who is the high-tier fire element demon. And the thing about Salamander is this is the only way you can actually get him at level 40. Otherwise, you would have to get 2 same-race demons that technically the only way you can really get Salamanders if you do this triple element fusion. Otherwise, the demons you would require to fuse Salamander, I guess regularly, would be too high of level. You'd have to grind a decent ways past 40. But yeah, that was my main incentive for grinding last episode, just so I could get to 40 and finally fuse Salamander, just so I could clear up my party a little bit, because lugging around all those elementals and stuff was kind of a pain in the ass. So, but yeah, now I'm just gonna show off my stats a little bit. I'm pretty happy with how my characters are going so far. Min-max pretty hard with some of them. Yuji here is a magical powerhouse. Pretty useful. And Takeshi is Takeshi. Real close to getting 40 strength. Alright, so now that we're swole, we can finally go and face down Takemi Nakata. and make Ozawa pay for his crimes. Hey, continuity jokes. Ooh. All right. So let's show this guy who's boss. So this guy actually ain't too bad. He can actually bind you, which will come up once here. But it's actually, he's not too bad. I don't even have demons out for this fight. Then again, I did grind a shit ton. I did try to insta-kill him with Mudo. Yeah, that didn't work, but I thought it would be worth the attempt. But yeah, actually, level-wise, we're pretty damn good. Like, we're about probably a dungeon and a half safe on our current level. We should be fine for a bit, thankfully. That Zanma just doing a shit ton of damage. Oh, he does have Mazionga, and as you can see, can shock your party members, which never a good thing. But luckily he doesn't seem to spam it too often. Now, there we go. This is what's the real pain in the ass. Getting bound sucks. And sure enough, I forgot the damn spell to use to cure bind. Not very smart of me. Wasted a turn, but it's fine. Physical attacks do quite a bit of damage. Just wanted to get Yuji free first because Yuji's our healer, and like, look at that. Yuji definitely is in need of some HP right now, but he's gonna be fine. There we go. Now Kazuya's free too. With all these Zanmas, he probably is not going to last too much longer. Probably should have summoned some demons for this fight, but I didn't feel like I really needed to, honestly. And I was right, but could have probably made it go a lot faster. And there we go. As you can see, really didn't get a lot of experience just because we're at higher level than we probably should be at this point. You're an asshole, but let's not. Maybe? I mean, you're an asshole, but we keep you oh. Takeshi, please. Which we have been doing so far pretty well. Okay. Bye, loser. Well, guess we're never gonna see him again. So yeah, just Kazuya and Yuji now. But, I did get a few demons on my way back downstairs. So, this demon is actually pretty high level. And usually you can't, get this demon this early, but I guess technically it's not even a demon, it's just a Gaian. So, actually, yeah, this is our first, human minion that we've, recruited. And also there's a werecat here. Very similar to Nekomata, but not the same, I guess. A lot of cat girls in this game. And then Zabumafu. This was really weird, because he asked the same question. I just said yes this time, and it worked. I think that's the last demon I ended up getting. Oh yeah, then this happened. These guys are another batch of human enemies. And they have some powerful spells. Could probably recruit one of these two and they'd be a useful party member, but I didn't. Gotta love nerve bullets. And our new pal Onijoro is pulling his weight. And yeah, like I said, pretty obnoxious to deal with, got some powerful spells. But luckily, since we were grinding, Yuji has Samurai Charm, so we just have a full revive, which is nice. That physical attack is nice because it hits 2 enemies and does a decent amount of damage. Mizanma is really useful too, especially with Yuji's stupidly high magic stat. Anyways, so if you recall, there is a basement area. This is the same place that we went to see Yuka get kidnapped by, Yuriko. I almost forgot her name for a second. I keep wanting to say Yukiko. God damn it, Persona 4. But, yeah, if you go down here, you'll find a Wendigo. Which, every time I see or hear that name, I, think of those, old scary stories to tell in the dark books. Which, had a story about one, but it was, like, really weird and different than every other depiction of one I've ever seen. So yeah, this is a, intimidating looking foe, but, not as bad as Takemi Nakata, as I'm about to show off. Yeah, that was... that. Actually, he drops a turquoise, which is nice, because that's a rare drop on those guys. They're a regular encounter later on. I'm really happy I ended up getting the turquoise there, though, just because gems are nice to have around, so... Yeah, we're gonna go in here, and, oh no. They converted the, they recruited, or they turned the little, resistance, area into a little jail cell here. That's sad. Oh, so this is Psycho Diver. That's nice. Oh. Well, now he's dead. At least you have cool clothes. It's still pretty bullshit. So maybe that explains the weird-ass voices in my head I've been hearing. That's no good. You know, every cell in this game, the bars are so fucking massive that, like, they don't look like they're very effective. That's exactly what I would do in this guy's situation, too. It's a very responsible thing to do. Alright, now we freed a Psycho Diver. It is time for us to go to our next location. So now that we have stopped Shinjuku's ruler from doing his thing and keeping everyone in the town safe from demon attacks, we're not gonna like help out anyone or really do anything to help out the current populace. They're fine on their own. Let's just leave them behind and go to the next town and hope that it doesn't have a crazy ass dictator dude running things. So here we are. Our next stop is Shibuya, which looks like a sewer underground thing again. There's a nice terminal here though, so now we can thankfully we can go and transmit from Shinjuku to Shibuya and back again, so we don't have to walk all that ways after we get here just the once. Fast traveling systems are very nice in games, especially with huge-ass worlds like this. So, this little room I was in front of before it cut to this slide is kind of special because it's a Messian church, but as you can see, it is not yet finished. So, if you, for whatever reason, want to get a boost in your law alignment, you can keep donating to these guys, and eventually, after you donate all the money you possibly can to these guys, and they have enough, you will get a massive boost in your law score. And I've actually used this on regular playthroughs just because sometimes, you know what happens where you kill so many demons that you just so happen to slide into chaos. And there have been times where I just went back to this church and just donated so that I could get a law boost, and then it would set me back into neutral. Or also, if you're going for a law route, you might as well just donate the money so that you're just further in the law alignment. I just sped all this up because you have to keep going back and you can't just donate it all at once. You have to keep going in and out, and it's a pain in the ass. They probably intended for you to, like, go back every once and again when you could spare some change to donate to these guys, but in practice, it's really just walking in and out again. Alright, as you can see too, this is something I haven't explained yet. When you're law, your cursor on the map will spin fully clockwise, and if you're chaos, it'll spin counterclockwise. That's actually in a lot of Mega 10 games. Yeah, it's just a very useful indicator on what alignment you are. Talk to some of the Messians in town. As you can see, Shibuya's very clearly run by the Messians. No Gaians in sight. Maneater here. Just noticed too, but this little hallway is in the shape of a cross. Not entirely sure if that was on purpose or not, but who knows. Who did that? I find irony in the fact that Takeshi was the main instigator of doing that, and he is, like, the last possible person the Messiahs would get along with, but whatever. So here's a Lilum. So these demons are actually pretty useful. I do recruit one possibly here in the episode. I think it's here, actually. But, yeah, they have Bufula, which is very nice for freezing enemies. And also it's pretty powerful spell for what it is, so... yeah, Lilums are nice to have around. They can also, like, just what happened there, put people to sleep, and also, I think also they have the ability to charm, too. So, yeah, definitely a very status ailment-based demon. Very nice to have one. Gotta Lilum. And Onijoro's still asleep, but he'll wake up. More Zealots. There's a lot of Zealots, and a lot of Messiahs in general. Random encounters in this place. Like I said last episode, they're a bit harder to recruit than Gaian humans, but yeah. Just for the sake of it, I actually don't want to get rid of Onijoro, but I'm just showing off kind of the results of a human fusion. If you noticed, it's a little question mark for the result, and that's just because it is basically just a randomized result. However, I will take some of my weak demons here and make a Lamia, which is also a very nice demon to have around. Don't know why I didn't cut this fusion short. I'm sorry. I'm bad at Let's Playing. It's all good. That won't happen again. Sometimes you just want to watch the full fusion happen, you know? Alright, so now that that's out of the way, this is effectively the next dungeon. It's pretty short. This is the first dungeon in the game that, well, first of all, our inventory is finally full, and, yeah, one issue I have with this game is I think your inventory is just way too damn small, but, this is the first dungeon in the game that introduces a, pretty obnoxious mechanic that, you will see later on. It's not even really a mechanic, it's just a terrain element, I should call it. A hazard. But, yeah. A lot of nice, treasure chests, actually, in this, I'm just gonna call this a mini-dungeon. Because it's kind of a dungeon that leads up to another dungeon, if anything. That's always the, thing that's interesting about SMT, is, the line between towns and dungeons, because, of the post-apocalyptic setting they go to, or they use, rather, for these games. Sometimes it's kind of a hard line to draw, and I like that a lot. Like Nocturne, for instance, you can get to a town in that game, but chances are it's not particularly safe. So, yeah, it's always fun playing with JRPG tropes like that. This dungeon does have a few hallways that, once you reach the end, they will teleport you back to a place near the start, and that's pretty obnoxious. If I recall, I avoid all of them, really. Some of them are pretty obvious that they're just dead ends and you shouldn't go down there anyways. But yeah, it's just obnoxious your first time playing through because you have no way of knowing that the end of a hallway is going to teleport you back and you're going to have to go through that part of the dungeon all over again. Yeah, there's the map for those that want it. Yeah, like I think that that end of the hallway right there teleported me back. Then I had to cut and then go all the way back here and redo that, but I could be wrong. I can't remember. It's been like a week since I recorded this. Yeah, I think there's only one teleport spot on this first floor, and I think that was the one, that end of the hallway. So here's the thing I was talking about. So this introduces tiles that are just covered in fog and you cannot see where you're going, and you have to use your map to see where to go, and it's just so obnoxious to walk through those areas. And it's probably my least favorite part of replaying this game is, oh, I have to go through fog areas again. And it's just such a pain in the ass. I think this was actually the last SMT to do that. From what I've heard, I haven't played SMT2 really, but also that that end of the hallway that you can see as blank on the map because I didn't walk on it, that will teleport you back to the first floor, and that's a pain in the ass. But yeah, I think this is the last game that used the fog tile mechanic, or not mechanic, I keep saying that, but hazard or trap, whatever you want to call it. Just such a pain in the ass. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to put those in the game. This treasure box is important because it has... oh, never mind, it has nothing in it. I lied. I actually thought that was a different treasure chest, I'm sorry. Thinking really hard about where to go here. This floor is a little confusing. I actually got turned... I got turned around here quite a few times when I was recording, but I kind of... with the power of editing, it kind of looks like I know what I'm doing. There's a lot of random encounters here too, and that's a pain in the ass. So here's the second fog area. I decided to cast a little mini-map spell, but that doesn't really help. Like, it'll help you determine if you're hitting a wall or actually moving, but other than that, it's really obnoxious. Also, too, you can just listen to the sound if you're hitting the wall or not. I just can't because when I record footage for this, the sound is turned off on the emulator, sadly. But what can you do? Now here's the chest I was talking about. And once again, need to mess around with the inventory. But yeah, you want that diamond that chest drops, because you can, especially if you're law aligned, you're going to want to use that for something else later on in the game. Even if you're not law aligned, it's always nice to have gems around again for going to regs and just doing the element thing. So this doorway is a one-way door that leads back to that part, so it's kind of pointless to go through that. And then this is the part of the dungeon that confused the shit out of me, is going through this fog part right here. You loop back to the beginning, kind of, and I confused myself. But if you can see where I was on the map there, actually in the first fog part that I went through, there's actually another doorway that leads to kind of a exterior part of the floor. And this is the part where we need to go in this dungeon. We're at the end of the dungeon here. This room. Well, good thing that Yuka lived. So that's not good. But one last thing before the episode ends, let's grab a magic incense. And now we gonna figure out what's going to happen with Yuka next episode.